Welcome.
Welcome
Welcome.
to our humble abode,
Welcome.
our humble podcast.
It ain't humble, I'll tell you.
It ain't humble.
It ain't humble.
A lot of unhumbling is going on.
A lot of real shit is about to happen.
Yeah.
But that's why. Welcome to the Sweet Tea Podcast, where you come for the real tea.
Just to preface, we have been locked in our house for a week now because of the ice storm that has hit Texas. So we're just a bit delusional.
A bit?
Hair's maybe a little greasy. Sweatpants, they haven't come off.
Nope.
Not once.
Y'all see the fit?
The fits this week have been
Diabolical.
They've been diabolical. It's switching from PJ pants to sweatpants.
Or PJ pants to no pants.
To no pants.
Depends on where you're going.
Depends. It's a lot of yeah.
If y'all have ever seen Benchwarmers, how Howie was. He was afraid of the sun and ate sunscreen. That's how I feel.
We're about to eat sunscreen. La Roche-Posay.
La Roche-Posay.
So, my name is Bella. I'm originally from rural Alabama. And I went to college in Arkansas. And then I went back home to Alabama. And I got really unfulfilled, I guess is the word. And so I was like, what if I texted Zoe? We met in college. I texted her and I was like, hey, like, what if I went and got my doctorate where you live? Would you want to live together?
And here we are.
And here we are. And they were roommates. I am getting my doctorate. That's my whole personality right now. Because guess what? You can't get a job with a 4-year degree. You can't do it. So here I am. My life, I think, is literally go to work, come home, eat, study, go to school, come home, sleep, maybe, on a good day. But yeah, so that's really just me.
My name is Zoe. I am pretty much born and raised in DFW area, so unlike Miss Rural Alabama here, I did grow up in the city. I sure did. But yeah, from DFW, currently in college as well, getting my bachelor's. We're gonna see if I can get a job. I won't go back to school, so I'll just have to survive on what I have. But yeah, we are cat mothers, as you can see. This one is mine.
Thanks.
As you can tell. And I don't know where hers is, but yeah, we have 2. Yeah, met Bella my freshman year of college while she was a junior. Paths sure did cross. And yeah, now we live together in DFW. Yeah. Doxed.
What a love story.
You're doxed! You're doxed!
We filmed an hour and a half of this fucking podcast with my mic not on. So here we are.
The intro.
We're redoing the
Spoiler
intro.
Alert. Yeah. But this is the Sweet Tea Podcast. We hope you enjoy and
hope
here we go.
Some sweet tea out of this.
Here we go. So when I was 17, I worked at this old cafe in my hometown, and I had this coworker who had very active anger issues. She had a son my age who came in one day and apparently told her I was cute, so I offered to give him my number because they were new in town, and she was always going on about how he didn't know anybody, and so I was like, I could invite him to hang out with my friends one day. It doesn't happen because I was insanely busy with academics in school and club sports. So for a year and a half, she is so up my ass asking me to hang out with him. And all she ever talks about is how sad and pathetic and lonely her son is and how his friends keep dropping him. Well, finally, after a year and a half, I agreed to hang out with him to get both of them off my back. I chose the movies because I figured we would have to talk to each other. And she told me he had saved money up to take me out. When I agree, she tells everyone that her son has a hot date, which is with me, which is not what I agreed to. So that's not what I had originally agreed to, but I wasn't good at saying no to people at the time. So we show up to the movies, and guess who lied about having money to take me? Turns out not only does he have no money, but no job and no car either. So I pay for our tickets and our snacks, and it turns out we are the only people in the entire theater room. He spends a good amount of time trauma dumping on me about how he uses substances to manage his anger issues and how he's always getting into fistfights with people, which explains why his mom is constantly talking about him fighting with his friends. Finally, when he's done telling me that he's basically the last person I want to be caught dead with when the movie starts, he doesn't watch any of it and actually spends the entire movie staring at me. When it's done, I try to get out of there as fast as possible, and he asks me if I can give him a ride since his mom dropped him off and he doesn't have a car. I say no. And he doesn't take no for an answer. Men. He doesn't take no for an answer, and the more I refuse, the angrier he gets. And he starts getting in my face, and then he grabs my keys out of my hand and tries to get in my car. And instead of just calling 911, I call my dad and ask him to come get me since my date's being a freak. He immediately backed off and said he didn't want any trouble, and he just kind of ran away after dropping my keys. Never saw him again after that, and his mom got fired shortly after.
That's insane.
Never saw him again after that, and his mom got fired shortly after. I have an update, by the way.
Insane. The fact that his mom is like telling people he has a hot date too.
Yeah,
like
when it was never something that like she ever agreed with, by the
Yeah,
way. Like
never
she was just
wanted
like, okay,
to.
yeah, let's just hang out. Hey, I never said this was a date.
oh
Hey,
gosh.
what?
And also the red flag of being like, oh, he's lonely and all of his friends are dropping him and he has anger issues.
Hey,
I'm
run.
scared.
Hey, run. So the update. I found out later that he went to a charter school for troubled kids that literally only had 5 students because they were such bad kids.
Oh
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to deal with not only the man saying no, but actually fully getting in your face. Oh my
I
god.
don't want to even imagine what would have happened if you let him in your car.
No, literally, I don't know if this girl would be alive.
No.
Like, seriously, I don't.
For real.
I'm really concerned that she would not be alive.
Or if he like wasn't scared of your dad.
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because some men are just like, okay, F you and your dad. And then it's nightmare
like I'll
central.
kill you before your dad gets
Yeah,
here.
yeah, literally.
God,
like,
especially if that was me. I live in the rural area of Alabama. So like we live like 30, 45 minutes away from anything. So if I ever got into like some serious trouble like that and I had to like rely on like my brothers or my dad coming to save me, it would be like 45 minutes. Like that would be terrifying.
it's a drive.
It's a drive.
It's an hour
Like
and a half drive back.
there's been times
Like,
where
or
that's
not back and
happened.
forth.
Like nothing like too bad, but like I've had a panic attack and like called my dad to come and pick me up because I couldn't drive.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember you telling me about
Yeah,
this.
and I mean, it took him 20 minutes, and that was like 20 minutes of my panic attack being god awful. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine if he was just like, if you let him in your car, or if
Yeah.
like your dad couldn't get there in time or something, and he wasn't scared of your dad.
Oh.
That's terrifying. And the fact that he was at a special school for angry children.
5 of them. 5 angry children,
five
mind you.
angry children? No.
5. Not 1, not 2, 5.
5.
5. There's more of you like this?
There's
No.
You have siblings?
You have you bought the whole damn you bought the whole damn ancestry.com to the damn school?
That's
What?
terrifying. Oh, gosh.
Uh-uh.
And I'm not saying that if you've gone to one of those schools that you're a bad person, because I have
Oh, no.
several friends that have
Went
gone
to alternative schools.
have
Yeah,
gone to those types
100%.
of, and they're cool and I love them and they're one of the greatest friends ever. But sometimes, they just let their anger get the best of them, and that's okay. Sometimes, not in this instance.
Don't look at me.
Not if you're a man. Actually, you're not allowed.
Not in this instance. Only if you are a male.
Girl.
Oh.
Oh, I was saying like a girl can be angry.
Oh yeah, a girl can be. If you're a male, get help.
Get help.
Get
You're not
help.
allowed to be angry.
You're not allowed, because every time y'all get angry, something really bad happens.
Something breaks.
Something breaks. Something shouts.
My
Something gets a forehead vein popping. I don't like it.
my wall has a hole in it now.
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
yeah. 1 or 2 holes, maybe. Multiple holes.
Have you
in
ever
the wall.
gone into a guy's bedroom and he has like punched hole walls in his bedroom?
You know the answer to this question because I called you when I saw.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I did in fact forget about that.
I did
But
in fact call
it's
Bella
one of
when
the
I saw.
scariest things that can ever happen to you.
Oh, and mind you, the hole was this big. It wasn't like a punch hole. It was this big.
like he just kept going.
It was bad. It was bad.
That that's terrifying. If I walk into a grown man's room and he has hole punches in his wall,
Oh, in a
I'm
college dorm as well. Are you or a
I'm
college
immediately-
sanctioned?
I would
housing?
understand maybe even more like a college dorm because you have your stupid ass friends that come over.
That's true.
Like I had a hole in my wall because of my stupid ass friends.
You had a hole in your door because of your stupid ass friend.
Yes, I had a hole in my door. It wasn't me. It was not me.
People just don't know how to handle their liquor in college.
Exactly. And
That's
so yeah, I did in fact have a hole in my door, but That wasn't me. Okay.
Guys, it wasn't
Our
her.
next story comes from our relationship advice. Again. I, 42 male, am no longer attracted to my wife, 39 female, after a lot of cosmetic surgery. How to move forward. Yeah. We've been together for 20 years and have a great life together. To me, she has always been the most beautiful girl in the world. I've never so much as looked at another woman, and there wasn't a thing I would change about her. About 5 years ago, she started having Botox, and although I didn't think she needed it, it's her body and her choice. I noticed pretty soon after that her smile changed. Her whole face didn't light up like it did before, and it made her smile look fake and forced, but I didn't say anything as she seemed happier. Then she asked me what I thought of lip fillers. I told her I didn't like them and her lips were perfect to me. She had them done, and I'll be honest, I never liked them, and it felt horrible when we kissed. It was like kissing another woman. Then it was cheek fillers. Then she had a nose job, despite me begging her not to. I know it's wrong as it's her body, but I wasn't looking at my wife anymore. Then she did something with her eyes that made her look like a cat. Her recent one is comically big boobs. She went from a perfect B cup to an F.
Oh my God.
In this time, she's also gone from 10 and a half stone, 147 pounds, down to 8 stone, 112 pounds.
With a size F
Boobs.
Woo! Oh, girl.
Woo! Lord have mercy. I know her back hurts.
Oh my.
Plus, the amount of makeup she wears now is completely different than what it was 5 years ago. I feel awful saying it, but she's not who I got with. I feel like a hypocrite too because I know I've changed. My hair isn't what it once was, and I obviously look older than when we got together. I don't know where the need for change came from, but she was doing really well in her job. Things were great between us. She used to have a lot of followers on social media, and just a simple selfie would get her over 1,000 likes, which isn't something she ever craved, and she was always a bit embarrassed by it. But now her followers have dropped, and her last selfie barely got any likes. She's suddenly very upset over that. I've tried asking her why she felt the need for all of this, and she'll just say she wasn't happy with how she looked, and in her head, she genuinely thinks she looks better now. I've tried to gently suggest therapy, but that didn't go down too well. She started asking now why I don't have sex as much anymore, and I'm trying to make excuses like I'm tired or just getting older and not in the mood as much. She spoke to me yesterday and said if something doesn't change in the next month, she wants an open relationship. And she's gone from sex nearly every day to once a month at most. I actually felt a wave of relief when she said that, which is terrible, I know. I love who she is still, and if it was the choice between staying with her and never having sex again or losing her and having sex constantly again, I'd rather stay with her as my life would be empty without her as a person in it. But what about being attracted to her? Is this something I can train myself to do? Do I just give in and try to force sex with her?
Wow, that's actually really sad.
It is very sad.
That's very, very sad.
I read that and I just felt so sad for her, and I felt so sad for him because I do genuinely think his intentions with this post are
so
innocent.
Pure. So pure.
Or pure. Like, he's admitting, like, oh, I've changed too as a person. But the difference is you've changed naturally. There's a beauty with growing old. There's a beauty with aging and wrinkles and gray hair. And watching, that's like the goal. Like, you want to grow old with your significant other. Like, that's the dream. That's the goal. And I mean, there's people that are okay with cosmetic surgery, and there's some couples that don't like it. Like, it's really up to what I guess your preferences and your partner's preferences. But I do understand him literally saying, like, it feels like I'm dating somebody completely different. Like, I'm not even seeing my wife anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's so sad.
I also just feel like with where he's coming from, and if he is being like I said in the intro, like, social media is very filtered. Mm-hmm. So this could totally be like, this is 100% real. I'm not saying that it's not real, but there could be more to the story where it's concerned. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like going from, what was her original weight?
147.
Yeah, 147 to 112.
And she's 5'5".
Yeah, so she's my height.
So 147 is a very normal weight.
Yeah, 147 is very normal. 112 is normal too, depending on what your natural genetics are. But sorry, the cats are going crazy. But whenever it comes down to like, okay, you start with Botox and filler, fine. I don't see any issue with that. I think Botox and filler can enhance you beautifully if you have a great injector. If you have a really bad injector, it's not going to look good. But now you're getting into the point where you're fully wanting to reconstruct your face. You're fully wanting to reconstruct your body. And on top of that, because you aren't getting the likes that you thought that you were going to get from obtaining the surgery, now you're even more pissed off. And so I feel like that's obviously like coming from a very insecure place, whether it's conscious or subconscious. It's definitely coming from an insecure place.
Like it's, and I understand not being happy with how you look and being insecure. That's something that, especially in the age of social media, we have all grown up with. Yeah. Like we all have insecurities, and we all have, you know, our feed is filled with people that are
look perfect
or have perfect relationships or whatever. But it's just, it's sad. It's so sad. Like I literally don't know how else to describe it. I think they said that they were 40 something.
Yeah, he was 42 and she was 39.
Yeah. So they're middle-aged, and I don't know. It's just, and she just kind of ignored what his input was about it, and just being like, oh, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna go do this and do this. And it comes to a point where it's like, okay, is this for your own self-image,
or is this to please others?
You know, because I feel like there are things that you can do cosmetically that are for you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Nose jobs, lip fillers, like for people that have had thinner lips,
or even after like you have children. Like I know a lot of moms who like after having children,
get a tummy tuck or something.
And your boobs, like your boobs after you are done breastfeeding, if you do breastfeed, they don't look the same. And a lot of women either want a reduction or they just want implants. Cool, fine. Like if you're doing it because of your own self-image, that's perfect. But when you start to say, and I have had somebody say this to me, I want to look like a Barbie because people liked to look at Barbies. Girl, you ain't doing it for yourself.
Yeah,
you're doing it for other people.
And
that's where
and
I don't.
I know that's why he's more upset about it. Is he's like, she's not doing this for me or for herself. She's doing it for other people,
for the social media gratification. Yeah, and that's a really, really dangerous game to play.
It is
very dangerous game to play
because you'll never win.
Oh no, never. And on top of that, you think that trends don't change? You think that, like, we've seen jeans be an epidemic, we've seen the Y2K fashion, and this is just fashion in its own. We've seen thin eyebrows, we've seen eyelash extensions, we've seen the super full volume lashes to the classic thin one strand lashes. Like
everything changes. Like
you can't win social media.
Yeah, it's like at some point big bushy eyebrows were very in. Then it was like very thin eyebrows were very
like 2000s.
It's trends change so fast, and especially whenever you're changing yourself to be so trendy. Different.
Yeah.
Not just like a B to a C, or maybe even a B to a D.
Yeah. A B to an F?
A B to an F. And then you're 112 pounds. That's just not healthy for you, period.
Yeah.
That's not healthy for your spine.
That's not healthy for your mental health either. Like for you to drop 30 pounds, and I don't know the duration of it, but like, we can both attest to this. Like that is not normal, nor is it healthy at all. No. And it's just, I feel so bad for him because he's even like, I really don't know what to do. Like, need this. Like, I really need some advice here. And she shot down couples therapy, which is crazy.
It's like she
doesn't want to help it.
It's like she doesn't care about him anymore.
Yeah.
Like the only way that she's gonna feel fulfilled is through other people, and that's sad.
I just could not imagine this happening to me. I don't think I could go on in life. Yeah. Went through my phone and he had posted his
eggplant
emoji in my mouth on Snapchat while I was asleep, plus more.
That is
like plus more as in he posted other things while she was asleep.
Oh.
On her public Snapchat? What?
What do you mean? I have family members on my Snapchat. Yeah, that's
my point. Like, oh my God.
I would lose my mind. That is insane.
This was some of the other stuff.
Oh, he needs to die.
This is the same person that just did that. My ex once started the Sunbed Tanners and he came back to his after having one. So like,
he already had like one session in there?
Yes. Yeah. And was bright red and itching, and he was having multiple showers using rags and everything to itch himself, and I was trying to help. He even had me shave his legs and everything because he was worried it was that reacting to it. Then eventually he got so frustrated he threw his TV at the wall. He got so frustrated from itching that he threw his TV at his wall.
Okay. And then on top of that, I'm sorry, but you shaved a sunburn?
Yeah,
especially if you're already itchy.
Yeah, you don't shave after.
You
moisturize.
You moisturize.
You put a crap ton of cocoa butter on your skin.
Shea butter, aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
That's
yes.
what I was gonna.
Aloe vera. Yes. Sorry.
Olive oil. There was this one time this actually didn't happen long ago. It happened like 2 weeks ago. I was showering.
Oh God.
And I was like doing an everything shower, so I shaved my legs. I was feeling hot. And sexy. I got out of the shower and I got this new lotion that has urea in it because I have KP and it's supposed to help with KP, whatever. And I've done stuff with like hyaluronic acid in it, salicylic acid, whatever. So I was like, okay, it's just going to be like that. So get out of the shower, do my thing. I put on the lotion. Within a minute, my legs are burning, are itchy, on fire. Like I was rolling around in my bed like a rotisserie chicken because it hurts so bad. So I've never done that again.
Oh my God.
But also, how icky. You're so itchy that
you throw the TV.
You throw the TV.
Somebody says, I was convinced to go out with an older man who drove a fancy sports car. When I got in, he was playing oldies, The Age of Aquarius. And he said, I hope you like oldies. I said, I hope so too. It was not a good date. LOL. I was 21, he was probably 50. Awful. So this is my thing, right?
Was she doing it for the bag?
But the thing is, this is the thing.
Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
Where we live in the DFW area, okay? So like sugar daddy and sugar baby, and that's like a huge thing here. Like the rich finance guys who have the boats, that is a big thing here. 99.9% of the time you meet these types of men, they're creepy.
They're weird.
And they want to only commit an act with you. And that's it. And that's it. The I hope you like oldies comment was crazy.
I have chills down my spine. Just
go.
Am I the asshole for kicking out my wife after she punched my mom in the face?
What?
This is from Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. My situation went from bad to worse in a matter of week, and I don't know where else to turn. I need to know if I'm in the wrong. Possibly a validation thing because my life is fucking dumb right now. My wife and I have been together for 8 years, and she just gave birth to our first and last baby 2 months ago. Up until my wife got pregnant, my mom loved her. I'm not sure what the fuck is wrong with my mom or why the switch happened, but after my wife got pregnant, my mom started being very clingy to me and started avoiding my wife at all costs. Told everyone she wasn't excited about the pregnancy, etc. I threatened to go no contact with her when my wife was about 7 months along, and after that she snapped out of it for most part and stopped being so ignorant. The comments 100% stopped, at least, though she was still clinging to me. Now a week ago, my mom, my sister, my sister's husband, and my sister's daughter came over for dinner. I prepared the meal. Before my wife could eat anything, our daughter got fussy, so my wife excused herself to go feed the baby and get her down to sleep. I thought I prepared enough, but apparently not, because my niece was still starving. She's 5'5" and 190 pounds, 12 years old. I haven't seen her in a year, so she was not that size then, so I didn't know exactly the portion, and an extra 3 helpings for a child, so it's on me. I apologized and told her that I hadn't made any more and just offered her crackers as I was putting my wife's portion in the fridge. After that, I just went outside with my sister's husband to go smoke a cigarette and shoot the breeze. I don't know what that means. I think that means like talk.
Yeah, maybe just like chill.
Chat.
I don't know. We'll look.
I don't know.
We'll look
that
that
might
up
be
real.
too old for me. We're just so young and tiny.
We're just so young and.
When I walk in, my wife and my mom were screaming at each other. Apparently, my mom, who saw me put away my wife's food, gave my niece my wife's portion of food. As I was walking inside, I heard my mom say, "Looks like you can afford to skip a meal," and slapped my wife's stomach. Right as soon as I get ready to step in, literally fast walking towards them, yelling enough, my wife whines back and punches my mother square in the face and drops her. The whole house went silent outside of my mom crying and holding her face. I tell everyone to get the fuck out. Immediately, everyone leaves and my wife just turns towards the counter and leans in with her hands on the counter and face down, eyes closed. I looked at my wife and said, "You two, leave now." She says, "Really?" She's crying at this point. I say a clip, yep, and she packs up her and the baby and leaves. I text her that night and say I just need space. I need to decompress and come to terms with what just happened. She doesn't respond. The next 5 days, I'm texting and calling and I get nothing. She shows up here 8 days later and hands me divorce paperwork and my baby and says, here, you have her for a bit to hang out while I go pack. Where I'm breastfeeding, we can work out a visitation schedule that is either at your place or my mother's. Until then, she will take a bottle. I told her that's not what I want. I don't want to separate. I just needed time to process her punching my mother in the face. She said, you needing time to process this gave me time to process the fact that I refused to be in this situation any longer. I defended myself. I initially felt bad and remorseful, but you making me leave when I needed you made me see more clear. I am done. I'm sorry for what I did, but there's no fixing this. She refused to speak to me at all the rest of the time that she was there. My house feels so empty and I don't know what to do. Am I the asshole for making her leave after she punched my mom? I just needed some fucking space. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot to decompress.
And then there's a small update.
Okay.
For the record, I am team wife. My mom deserved it wholeheartedly, and I've blocked her completely from my life. I literally just needed time to process what happened. My wife is a lot of things. Violent is not one of them. So this came completely out of left field and would have not happened without her being provoked. After it all happened, my mom sent me a text saying, see, I told you she was crazy. That fat bitch doesn't belong in our life.
Oh.
I'm willing to bet she purposely tried setting my wife off. So no, I'm on my wife's side 100%. I truly just needed to process what happened, and my wife took it as me giving up on her, not defending her, and throwing her and the baby out, which essentially did happen because I knew she had to take the baby with her when I kicked her out. The reason why, my dad was stupid abusive. I was beat. My brothers and sisters were beat. My mom was put in the hospital multiple times. It took years for police to enforce restraining orders, and he finally died in 2013. Violence scares the fuck out of me. I clam up and get anxious around violence of any kind now. My wife knows this, and she too grew up with a violent dad, and she gets just as anxious and panicky around violence. Her punching my mom in the face triggered an anxious response, and I needed her gone for that moment. I needed it far away from me. I don't know why I didn't just leave. I could have, but in that moment, I just let my emotions and fear run the whole fucking circus and told everyone to get out, her included. My mom did slap her first. I guess for some reason, I was seeing my wife's punches being worse than the slap. It wasn't a hard slap, but my wife did kind of wince looking back at it now. She was fine, but my mom was bleeding, split her eyebrow open in good shape.
Well, here's what I have to say about this. Some mother-in-laws are absolutely batshit nuts. And I completely understand why he may have needed space, but I don't think saying you and the baby need to leave was the right decision. I don't think that was the right decision because at the end of the day, that's the person that you are married to and have a child with. Y'all have obviously, you know, I think every couple relationship, you have your ups and downs, your arguments, your tiffs, whatever you want to call them. But I think that the mother-in-law was completely warranted to being punched in the face. If you're going to hit my stomach 2 months after I have a baby and say you don't need it.
You need to teach your kid manners. Like, hey, you've had your portion. Yeah. Not everybody has eaten yet, so you can't have seconds. It's always like everybody gets first round and then you can get second round. Like the mom hadn't had her first round. So that's just a respect thing.
And on top of that, the mother-in-law saw him pack it and put it away for her.
Like, that was obviously for his wife.
Went into the fridge, pulled it out, and gave it to the kid.
Yeah.
Like, that's, no. No. And I definitely do agree with him that this could have been, like, a setup for...
Oh, yeah. Like, she was definitely doing that just to piss off the mom.
Yeah, and 2 months postpartum, by the way, you knew she was going to hit you. Hello? Those postpartum hormones are...
You were fighting with fire. But also, how dare you come up to me and say that I'm fat after I just gave birth?
Yeah, I grew a whole child and I'm fat.
Whole child and I'm fat and I'm breastfeeding right now. My hormones are insane.
Sorry, guys. Not all of us are Nara Smith and bounce back to a size 4 waist. Sorry. If that. I was going to say, do you have any crazy relationship stories that you'd like to detail?
Do I?
Dun, dun, dun. Saving the best.
Well, let's just go ahead and say our verdict. That guy is the asshole because I'm sorry, you're kicking out your 2-month postpartum
wife
2-month-old baby wife who's still breastfeeding, you're kicking her out?
Yeah.
No, go sleep in your fucking truck.
Go sleep in the grass.
Yeah.
Go be a man.
Go ground or something. I don't know. Take your shoes off and go sit in the grass and decompress.
Literally.
I understand having PTSD.
Or go for a drive.
Go for a drive. Go do something. Do not kick out your postpartum and 2-month-old baby.
Newborn baby,
and
damn near.
wife out of the house. Are you insane? No wonder why she served you divorce papers. I would too. Are you kidding me? That just shows me that you don't respect me and you don't
can't
care.
Communicate.
You can't communicate and you can't care for me or our child's safety.
At that.
Anyways, my relationship.
This is where the podcast gonna get good. Mom, stop watching.
Mom, stop watching.
Mom, Dad, cut it off right here.
Right here.
Y'all don't need to know
this is the end of the podcast. Y'all don't need to listen any further.
It's the end. Okay, bye guys.
Bye guys.
Okay. Welcome to the depths of hell.
Feel like I've been through the depths of hell. I don't know which one I should go for. Honestly. This one isn't the worst one that I have, but it's tame enough. Okay, so it's my junior year of college. I haven't had a relationship yet because I was in a relationship from my senior year of high school until my sophomore year of college. That's a different story, and we're not going to get into that. But, so it's my junior year. I'm single. I have an apartment with my best friends. Like, I'm meeting new people. I'm starting to branch out. Like, it's going great. Whatever. So, I was an athlete in college, and, you know, athletes have very incestuous relationships in college, especially whenever you go to a small college. So every athlete dates each other. We're all friends with each other. It's like we all kind of like latch on to each other because we're going through hell together. And my roommate at the time, she was friends with, we're going to say, the soccer boys. We were beach volleyball girls. She was friends with soccer boys. And
to preface, this is not what they actually were.
No,
because I don't want this to get
this
out.
Was not
not
actual sports. Yeah. Was friends with a bunch of soccer players, whatever, soccer guys, and all hung out all the time, went to parties together, hosted parties together. Like, it was fine. So I started becoming friends with them as well because my roommate hung out with them all the time. They would come over. We would all hang out. It was one big thing, whatever. So class schedule comes out. I have an anatomy class with one of these soccer boys. And so we kind of latched onto each other because we were the only athletes in that anatomy and phys class. So we became lab partners, started spending a lot of time together. Whenever you're in anatomy and you're dissecting things, you're in the lab constantly. So we were in the lab till like 3 a.m. together. We started bonding really well. Well, as one does, go to a party one time, get super drunk, stay the night over at his house. You know, it's great. And I'm just going to say he's a very mid-looking guy. Very, very mid.
She's being nice.
I'm being nice.
Sorry.
We're hanging out. We start becoming a situationship. Actually, a humiliationship. Let's call it that. Yeah, because guess what? I was way out of his league. Way out of his league. And I was obsessed with him, okay? I liked this guy a lot. And because it was like the first guy I started talking to after me and my boyfriend that I'd been together for like 2.5 years. He's like one of the first guys I talked to. So I was like obsessed with him. Anyway, so we spend the night together every weekend. We're, you know, hanging out all together with his friends. He meets my friends. I meet his friends. Like, it's no secret that we're together. Like, it's like
out there.
We're just like in a situationship. I thought that it was like we were kind of like feeling things out before we date. Like, it was going good. And then there's this one night, he's like not answering his phone or anything, but I know that his roommates are throwing a party at his apartment. And when there's one party at this college, everybody goes. So I'm like, okay.
And then it migrates to other areas.
And then it migrates to other areas. So me and my roommate, we get all dolled up. I'm like, you know what? He's probably already drunk and he probably already has people at his place, so he's probably not on his phone. It's okay. So I go out. We go to his apartment. We're all partying, you know. I don't really see him. I'm like, okay, interesting. But whatever. So I was very comfortable with this guy. I just went to his room. And I was like, okay, you know.
Mistake number one.
Yeah, mistake number one. So because I'm talking to his roommates and I'm like, oh yeah, like where is he? And they were like, oh, he's in his room. I'm like, that's weird. He's a big partier. Like, why isn't he out in the party?
Why isn't he?
And so I'm
at
like,
the party?
okay, is he upset? Like, did something happen? Like, is that why he's not like talking to me? So I go into his room. He's in his bed with, I want to say 4 girls, 4 different girls. I was like, oh, great. Oh, great. Of course. Yes, yes, yes. So I walk in. I'm plastered. So I have no sense of anxiety. I walk in. I sit on the bed with him. And I'm like, so who's all this? Who are your friends?
Introduce me.
Introduce me. Who are your friends? So whatever, the girls end up leaving, and then it's just me and him. And then he's like, oh, it's not like that. We're just friends. Blah, 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 blah. All the bullshit. But of course I believe it because I'm like, whatever. You know, maybe he is just friends. And I end up spending the night with him again. And his roommate comes in the next morning, and I like am pretending to be asleep, and he's like talking to his roommate. He's kind of whispering, and I can hear his roommate whispering. So I'm like, I'm playing dead. I'm gonna listen.
I'm gonna play dead.
And he was like, oh, so you did end up staying with Bella? And I was like, what do you mean?
What do you mean you ended
What do you mean?
What do you mean by
ended
that?
up doing?
What do you mean by that?
So I'm like a little weirded out. So I talked to him, and I'm like, okay, so like, what are we? Let's have this conversation. Let's go. What are we? And he was like, we're just hooking up. And I was like, oh. My heart is shattered. Shattered. Literally shattered. And so literally he falls asleep after telling me this. I'm sobbing next to him, like quietly, like tears running down my face. I feel like a fucking idiot. In the morning, I end up leaving. I don't even like kiss him bye or anything. I'm just like, bye, whatever. So I like act distant and whatever. And then he's like, at this point, he's a senior. I'm a junior. So he's graduating. End of the year goes by. I stay completely like detached from the situation because I'm like, okay, whatever. We're just having fun. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to have fun. And so we're having.
She sure did.
And I sure did. I had
sure
fun.
did.
I had fun. And you know what? Whenever I wasn't having fun, I had a different place to go. So we'll just go to his. So it was fine. I was completely detached from the situation. It was great. It was fine. He got what he wanted. I got what I wanted. And so on the night of his graduation, I'm leaving the next morning. I'm like not going to go out because I have to get up at 4 a.m. and go drive home, the 8 hours home. And he like convinces me to stay with him. And he's like, I think I'm in love with you and blah, blah, blah. I want to see where this goes. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, period.
Bombshell.
Period. A new bombshell has entered the villa.
A new bombshell has entered the villa.
Villa.
The villa.
So I'm like, okay, like sure, why not? Let's do it. So we talk all summer, you know, very relationshipy, talking all summer. It's going great, basic as fuck. And then I go back to campus. He's still at home, and so I ask him again because it's like it's been a minute. He's coming to visit me next weekend, so I'm like, okay. Let's go ahead and have this conversation. Like, what are we? Are we dating long distance? Well, because he only lived 2 hours away from campus. And he was like...
So it wasn't really long distance for him.
It wasn't even long distance. He lived 2 hours away from campus. And so I text him before he comes up, a few days before he comes up, and I'm like, okay, so, like, what are we? And he was like, well, you're hot. I guess you have a good personality. I said, that's all? He said, yeah. I said, oh, okay, so you just like talking to me.
You just want to hook up again.
Yeah, I'm just pretty. And you like talking to me. Tell me something I don't fucking already know. You know, like... So I'm like, okay, so this is nothing. And he's like, yeah, this is nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good. I find another soccer player.
You sure did.
I sure did.
You sure did.
I found another soccer player.
You sure did.
And dare to say one of his best friends. Dare I say, one of his closest friends on the team. And I invite him over. Because, you know, men are trash. So I invite him over. He spends the night. And this is the night before he drives up. So he texts me in the morning and he's like, I'm on my way up. Like, I'm so excited to see you. I sent him a picture of the guy in my bed. So excited to see you too. Doing some team bonding right now. Talk to you later.
Bye.
And he got so mad. And of course, because
he can play that game, but she can't. You know
exactly. Like, I'm your property, but I have to stay your property. I can't do anything else.
I can't wander the property.
I can't wander the property. I can't play in the fields.
I can't go swing from the willow tree.
I can't
go dabble in the pond.
I can't dip my toe in the pond. But you sure can.
You can cannonball into the pond.
Yeah, you can.
Dare I dip my toe into the pond though all hell freezes.
Yeah. So he's like so pissed, and he gets back to campus and he's hanging out with his soccer friends, and he's like, oh my god, that dude's an asshole, she's an asshole, like, she's a slut, blah blah blah.
The typical. I fucked a girl over and now I'm gonna talk shit about her.
Exactly. So just, if you're listening to this podcast, just know, always get your lick back.
Or have karma do it.
It is so satisfying doing it yourself.
It is. I'm going to bring it back to high school a little bit. Okay. Only because I feel like high school, I'm very different than how I was in high school. And anybody who knows me from high school, Sophia can attest to this, I am very, very, very different. I think the biggest difference is I've actually pulled my head out of my ass in multiple different areas of my life. So I'm not just kind of self-sabotaging myself in any aspect. Going into my senior year, I went to a grad party for one of my friends. For reference, I was supposed to graduate class of 21, ended up moving schools, and I graduated class of 22. I don't need to get into it. A lot of my friends where I had moved schools from, they were obviously graduating the year before me. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go to this grad party for my friend and just hang out. Went with one of my best friends at the time. I ended up meeting this guy who was out of my league in the worst way possible. Like, he was butt fucking ugly. And I was those guys that is,
yeah, he's like one of those guys that was like so ugly but somehow got bitches.
Yes. But so anyways, I meet this guy at this grad party. We end up, him and his friend, me and my friend, end up hanging out until like 4:00 in the morning, probably like late, like very, very late at night. And I've maybe, again, high school, known this guy for, I want to say no more than like 2 months. We start dating. Yeah. We actually put a title on it, like, hey, you're my boyfriend, hey, you're my girlfriend, yada yada. Ends up being the worst relationship, I think, of my life. I was only with him for probably 4 months, if that, and it was so filled with verbal abuse, emotional abuse, at some points physical abuse. It was horrible. And so there was this one night, me and my other friends that he had met like a handful of times, but like it wasn't anything super close to like how he was close with my friend that I brought at that grad party. I ended up actually going to my friend's house who lived in Flower Mound. For reference, he lives at the border of Fort Worth and like Crowley. So like very, very far from Flower Mound, like 45 minutes, if that. So end up going to this girl's house. We're all having a good time. I've drank like 2 Mike's Hard, like, you know how high school is, just like the Mike's Hard.
Mike's Hard is gold for loco.
So I had like 2 Mike's Hard. We were just like chilling at her house. I get a text. If you are not at my house in the next 30 minutes, I am going to kill myself. This was not the first time this has happened, by the way.
Why is that such a canon event?
I don't know why it's always like I'm going to physically hurt myself if you don't sleep with me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Every girl has a story, or guy. Honestly,
yeah, because it happens with girls too.
Most people have a story of a relationship like that where it's like, if you don't do this, I'm going to harm myself. Actually, I have so many opinions on that. It's not even
That's
funny.
Another podcast.
So that's another fucking thing.
But, so anyways, I end up, like the stupid girl I am, leaving my friend's house, intoxicated, and go to his house. And when I get there, it's all, oh my God, I missed you so much. I'm so happy you're here. Yada, 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 whatever. Needless to say, I broke up with him because we went to my birthday dinner and he expected me to pay for him. Needless to say, I sure did leave him. And he tried to come back into my life multiple times, and I don't think I answered him after like the first 2 times. And actually, because we are in the same area and we all go down to 7th Street, which is Fort Worth, shout out 7th Street, I love you dearly. I had some friends run into him at 7th Street and verbatim told him, go F yourself, because they knew how shitty of a person he was. But yeah, that's
a good starter. We have a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
And that's just who we are, opinionated women. Strong, and
you can't shut
independent.
And you can't shut us up.
And we won't shut up. And we'll never shut up for you. We love you.
We'll always be here on the Sweet Tea Podcast.
We'll catch you when we catch you, but we love you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Don't judge us. We're just,
we're just girls.
Shooting the shit.
Shooting
on the Sweet Tea Podcast.
Shooting the shit.